It's the question I hear a lot of the time, and that is, how can I scale my campaign by increasing the budget, getting more leads and sales, while also maintaining my target CPA? I don't want to pay more for my leads, but I want more leads and I want to spend more money to get them, and I'm okay doing that. The question is, can you do that? Can you, in direct proportion, spend more money on Google Ads, increase your budget, and get more leads at the same desired cost? Well, we're going to take a closer look at that question in this video. And the really first thing to understand that's really important is the relationship between your bids, your budget, and your impressions. So with that in mind, let's take a closer look and understand whether or not it's possible to increase your budget and get more sales at the same CPA. As I said, those three factors of your bids, your budget, and impressions are the things that are going to determine whether or not, if you increase your budget, will you get more sales at the same cost you were getting them for before. Now, on Google, there are a finite number of people looking for your products and services. There are only so many people looking. So in order for Google to make the system as good as possible in their eyes, they need to choose who really deserves to be in the search results. Now, in your campaigns, there's a guarantee here from me that you will not show for 100% of the searches people are looking for across all of your keywords. There's going to be a percentage of time you're not going to be visible. And the reason for that is clear, because Google actually throttles how much your ads show depending on your bids. So let's explore that a little bit more. The formula Google used to determine who gets to show where on the search results page is known as ad rank. Your ad rank is essentially your max CPC bid times by your quality score. So of course, if you've explored quality score before, in fact, if you haven't seen anything about quality score, watch the video popping up at the top of the screen right now to go into a bit more detail about quality score. But essentially, the better your campaign in terms of your relevancy and other factors as well, in terms of your click-through rate and your ad relevancy and your landing page experience, those things are going to play into your quality score. Now, the better your quality score, it acts as a multiplier, meaning your bid gets even more power, pushing you to the top of the search results with higher bids and a higher quality score. Now, that also has a knock-on effect on your impressions. Now, if your ads are capped in impressions, which they most certainly will be, Google will only allow your ads to show for a certain number of searches that match what you're promoting. The higher your ad rank, the more impressions Google allows you to show for. So that means if you have a 10 out of 10 quality score and set bids really, really high, you're going to get more eyeballs on your ad. You're going to show more often. But the main thing I mentioned there was that your bids need to be higher. Now, unless your conversion rate on your website suddenly jumps up and gets really, really high, then in that case, you're going to see your CPA increase as a result of increasing your bids. In fact, Google makes this implicitly clear in the campaign setup phase. If you go into the Google Keyword Planner, then Google will demonstrate to you the impact that your bids have on the number of times you can show and the volume of conversions you can generate. So let's take a closer look so you can understand what I mean by this. So here I am in the Google Ads Keyword Planner. I'm sure you've seen this before. I'm going to get search volumes and forecasts for some keywords. Now, the reason I'm doing it is because I want to show you guys that Google implicitly explain that you need to increase your bids in order to get more impressions. So I'm going to paste in a keyword list just here. Don't worry too much about the keywords themselves. The illustration is about the data you are about to see. So you'll see here by default, Google say for the keywords I'm targeting, I can get 52,000 clicks, 980,000 impressions at a cost of 99,000 in spend, with a daily budget of £7,500. Now, that is based on the keyword list I've uploaded, but what makes Google decide these are the metrics I can target? Well, it's because of this. If you click this drop down arrow over here, you will see there's a curve. Now, this curve places your max CPC bid on a scale. So the further along the curve you move, the higher your max CPC bid. And when you click into the curve, the numbers down here will update. So at the moment, we're quite high up in the curve. And if we go further down and I say I want to lower my bids and spend less in my traffic, then your volume goes down. So 22,000 clicks, 450,000 impressions instead. And from that nearly £1 million spend, we're down to 14,000 in spend. So that illustrates to you exactly what it's like, because if you increase your bids very high to the very top of the curve, which is about here, then you will see the impressions go really high. 1.5 million impressions, 66,000 clicks. So the volume massively goes up. But look what happens to the average CPC. £4.44 is the average CPC expected up here. But if I go down here, my average CPC is 61p, so that's a massive difference. So if I'm converting on my campaign, spending 61p a click, and I want to increase my volume, if I increase my bids, all of a sudden the cost of my traffic jumps up by 100, 200, maybe even 300%. Unless my conversion rate can also go up 300%, then I'm not going to get leads in direct proportion to my advertising spend. So increasing your budget alone isn't going to get you more impressions. You also need to increase your bids. By giving yourself higher bids, you're getting more impressions, but you're also increasing the cost of your traffic, meaning that by increasing that, you're not going to maintain a CPA in line with what you were getting before. It's a balance between volume and conversion CPA. So that's what you've got to think about in your campaigns. However, that's only part of the puzzle. If you're in a position where your campaign is very low volume, you might be able to increase your budget and increase your leads while maintaining your target CPA, because there are actually two ways your campaigns can lose impressions. Number one is because of your impressions lost by budget, and number two are your impressions lost by ad rank. Now, the majority of impressions you can gain are potentially by increasing your ad rank, which is your max CPC bids and quality score. So by increasing those two factors, you get more visibility, you get more impressions. But of course, as I say, increasing your bids means you spend more, meaning your CPA can't be maintained. But if you just have impressions lost by budget, all you need to do is increase your budget. That means, of course, if you're increasing your budget, that means you're not coming offline early, because normally when your campaigns are under budget, that's something you can easily fix, and you can increase your CPA, increase your leads while maintaining a CPA, because you're losing clicks to budget as opposed to your ad rank. When it comes to ad rank, there's no hope there. You're going to have to spend more and have a balance between volume and CPA, because of course, in one side of the coin, you want more volume. The other side, you've got to balance the CPA. So it's literally a case of you benchmarking in your business. If you were to get more leads and sales, how much more are you willing to pay for them? Because you will be paying for them. This video was brought to you by the PPC Accelerator, a PPC training program with over 80 videos of step-by-step tutorial content. In addition to that, you get access to 3 additional courses on top of the Accelerator, which will show you how to use Excel spreadsheets to manage and optimize your Google Ads campaigns. You also get access to a course that shows you exactly how to use the Google Tag Manager to tag and track all your PPC activity. And you also get access to another course showing you exactly how to use Google Optimize to do your landing page, A/B testing, and optimizations as well. But the most important part of the Accelerator is you have unlimited access to me. Ask me any question you want about any PPC challenge you're seeing on the course, or indeed in your actual business as well, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions directly within my Ask the Tutor system on the PPC Accelerator. So enroll today, and I can't wait to see you on the first module of the Accelerator. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like below. Let me know in the comments if you're struggling to balance your CPA with your conversion volume. I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you down there. More important than that, don't forget to subscribe, check out the other content across the channel, and I'll see you guys on my next video.